Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss what is a resonance in electrical circuits, and it is explained using simple series RLC circuit. Here, before going to discuss a resonance, let us have a look in this circuit. In this circuit, there are three elements: resistor, inductor and capacitor. These three elements are connected in series and connected series to supply voltage source. This voltage source magnitude is Vs at an angle 0, and the supply frequency is a variable frequency. And this I, current I parameter, which is current delivering from the supply. Fine. Now, coming to the expressions of this circuit, supply voltage Vs equal to Vs at an angle 0 volts, and the frequency is variable frequency, either in angular frequency form or normal frequency form. And these R, L and C all are connected in series. So these impedances are, R impedance is R ohms, L impedance is JXL ohm, that is inductive reactance, JXL equal to J omega L, and capacitive reactance is minus JXC, that is minus J 1 by omega C. These three elements are connected in series. Then the equivalent impedance of that series combination is Z equal to sum of those three impedances, R plus J XL minus XC. This is what the series impedance of that series RLC circuit. Fine. Now, current delivering from the supply, that is current flowing through this series combination, is I. If we apply KVL to this loop, then minus Vs plus I into our voltage drop across resistor is current I into resistance, and voltage drop across inductor, that is VL equal to current I into JXL, and voltage drop across capacitor I into minus JXC equal to 0. From that expression, I equal to Vs at an angle 0 by R plus JXL minus XC. There Vs at an angle 0 is nothing but voltage vector, then denominator term is impedance. So I vector equal to voltage vector by impedance. Now, and power delivered by this voltage source is supply power, that is equal to SS equal to Vs I conjugate. Here current I is leaving from the supply. Current I is leaving from the supply. So we are calculating supply power. So current should leave positive polarity of voltage. If you are calculating absorbing power, in that case current should enter positive polarity of voltage. So we are calculating supply power. So SS equal to Vs I conjugate, that is power supplied by the voltage source. Now for this circuit, if we assign numerical values for the different parameters, that is supply voltage equal to 100 at an angle 0 volts, and supply frequency is variable frequency as usual, and resistance value let us take 10 ohms, and inductance value is 4 Henry, capacitance value is 0.01 farad. These are the numerical values to analyze this circuit. We are using these numerical values to analyze this particular circuit. Now, for that circuit, we are calculating, these are the different parameters for that circuit. Now, for different values of frequencies. So here omega is supply angular frequency, if you know angular frequency, we can calculate frequency, that is f equal to omega by 2 pi. So fine. Now when angular frequency is 0 radians per second, in that case, what is that resistance value in that circuit? Resistance does not depend on frequency. So whatever the frequency is there, supply frequency, resistance value is always constant. Resistance will not depends on frequency. Fine. Now for these 0 radians per second, resistance value is 10 ohm, and inductive reactance, that is XL. XL equal to omega L. When omega equal to 0, 0 into L value 4, that is equal to 0 ohm. Fine. So XL value is here 0 ohm. Coming to the XC. XC equal to 1 by omega C, that is 1 by 0 into 0.01, that is equal to infinite ohms. So this value is infinite ohms here. Fine. Now impedance, where impedance Z equal to we know R plus J XL minus XC. We have already derived this expression. So R value is 10 plus J, XL value is 0 minus infinite. So R minus J infinite is the final impedance value. And voltage, supply voltage. So supply voltage here 100 at an angle 0. The supply voltage magnitude also will not depends on frequency. Clear? So supply voltage is 100 at an angle 0. And coming to the supply current I equal to V vector by Z, that is 100 at an angle 0 divided by this impedance polar form is infinite at an angle minus 90 degrees. That is what the polar form, polar conversion. If you convert that impedance into polar form, that is infinite at an angle minus 90. So this gives us 100 by infinite, that is 0 at an angle plus 90 degrees. That is what this I vector here, 0 at an angle plus 90. Clear? So now coming to the VR, voltage across resistor. Voltage across resistor expression, VR equal to I into R. So where I value is 0 at an angle 90 into R 10. So 0 into 10, that value equal to 0 volts here. Similarly VL, so VL also IL into JXL, that is also I value 0, so VL value also 0 and VC value also 0, and power supplied by the supply, that is S equal to VI conjugate, that is equal to VI conjugate, this is I, so this will be 0 volt ampere. Similarly power absorbed by the resistor, here we are calculating active power parameter. So we know among these resistors R and L and C, whatever power is supplied by the supply, so active power supplied by the supply is consumed by only resistor, and reactive power, these are L and C elements are reactive power components. Now we are focusing here only on active power. So that is the reason why here I am calculating only power absorbed by the resistor. Fine. Now that power also will get 0, VRI conjugate, and source power factor is 0. Reason is we know power factor equal to cos of theta V difference theta I. So that is cos theta V. So theta V value 0, theta I value plus 90 degrees. Then this is cos minus 90, minus 90 equal to 0. That means the power factor is 0. At the same time, this current parameter is 0 at an angle 90. So here voltage is 100 at an angle 0. That means this is voltage vector and this one is current vector. So this current vector is leading voltage vector, then this power factor is leading power factor. Fine. And when frequency is 1 radians per second. Second case, when frequency is 1 radians per second, again resistance value is 10 ohm and inductive reactance value is omega L, 1 into 4, that is 4, and capacitive reactance you will get 1 by omega C. So if you substitute omega value 1 radians per second and C equal to 0.01, then you will get this value equal to 100 ohms. Fine. Similarly, Z, where Z value, Z is 10 minus 90, J96. So here 10 plus XL minus XC, you will get this is the Z value, and supply voltage is same, 100 at an angle 90, and current magnitude, so that is Vs by Z, so you will get 1.03 at an angle 84 degrees. So previously it was 90 degrees, now it is 84 degrees. Similarly, VR, I into R, so we know I value and we know R value, so that is 10, then we can calculate VR value. Similarly, VL value, that is I into JXL, you will get this VL value, and VC, that is I into this I into minus JXC, that is you will get this is the value, and power supplied by the supply. So power supplied by the supply, that is equal to VSI conjugate. So here 10.07 minus J103. Here 10.07 is active power supplied by the supply, and minus 103 volt means VAR, that is reactive power supplied by the supply. Here whatever active power is supplied by the supply, same amount of active power is being absorbed by the resistor. Reason is, among these three elements R, L, C, resistor is the only element which consumes the active power. Now in our circuit we have only three elements, that is R, L, C. So whatever active power is supplied by the supply, so same amount of active power should be absorbed by the resistor. So that is, you can verify that thing here using this expression, that is SR equal to VR I conjugate, voltage across resistor into current flowing through that resistor, that is absorbing power here. Now power factor, so again same thing, cos of voltage angle minus current angle. So again current angle is leading voltage angle, that is leading power factor here. This is how we will calculate these parameters with the different values of frequencies. Now again another frequency, supply frequency is 3 radians per second, then we will calculate these are the parameters, and for 5 radians per second these are the parameters, same with the same procedure for 8 radians per second, 10 radians per second, and infinite radians per second. Now with the different values of frequency from 0 radians per second to infinite radians per second, or 0 hertz to infinite hertz, if you calculate all parameters in between these frequency ranges, then we'll get these are the values. Now let me conclude from this data here. If you clearly notice, active power delivered to RLC circuit or active power absorbed by the resistor at 0 radians per second, active power absorbed by the circuit is 0 watt. At 1 radians per second, this value is 10.7 watt. At 3 radians per second, frequency is increasing. Active power absorbed by the resistor also increasing, that is 188 watt. At 5 radians per second, this power is 1000 watt. At 8 radians per second, this power is again 209 watt. So that is power is decreasing now. At 10 radians per second, frequency increasing, but power value is 99 watt. At infinite radians per second, power delivered to the resistor is 0 radians per second. Sorry, 0 watt. Now the conclusion is, by increasing the frequency parameters, power value is increasing up to one particular frequency and then decreasing after that particular frequency. If you draw the waveform for that results, when frequency is changing from 0 to infinite, power delivered to the RLC circuit is gradually increasing up to one particular point. After this particular point, power delivered to the circuit is gradually decreasing. Clear? Now, at this particular frequency, at one particular frequency, power delivered to RLC circuit is maximum. That frequency is nothing but resonant frequency. What is resonant condition means? Resonant condition means this circuit, this R, L, C, wherever L and C elements are there, in that case there will be some oscillating frequency. So these oscillating frequency, we'll see how to calculate that oscillating frequency. But every RLC circuit, every LC circuit, there will be some oscillating frequency. So whenever supply frequency, this supply frequency is equal to that oscillating frequency, in that case, whenever supply frequency, the supply frequency is equal to these oscillating frequency, this RLC circuit oscillating frequency, in that case maximum amount of active power will be delivered to that RLC circuit. That is what the idea. That condition is nothing but resonant condition. I repeat, whenever supply means RLC circuit oscillating frequency is equal to the supply frequency, or supply frequency, in this case here supply frequency is variable, so supply frequency is equal to the RLC circuit oscillating frequency, in that case maximum amount of active power will be delivered to the RLC circuit. That condition is nothing but resonant condition. So that we have verified here. In this case, so frequency is gradually varying from 0 to infinite. At one particular frequency, you are getting maximum value of active power which is delivered to the RLC circuit. If you highlight that frequency, this is the frequency. If you highlight that frequency, this frequency is nothing but resonant frequency, and this condition is a resonant condition. In this case, let us discuss some other conditions for any RLC circuit. Here, first definition for RLC circuit is oscillating frequency of RLC circuit is equal to the supply frequency. In that case, maximum amount of active power is being delivered to the resistor. That is, we know that thing. And next thing is active power delivered by the supply is maximum. So whenever active power delivered by the supply is maximum, that condition is nothing but resonant condition. That frequency is a resonant frequency. At this particular frequency, power delivered to the circuit is maximum value. Okay, then that condition is resonant condition. That is also another definition for resonance. And next definition, both supply voltage and current will be in phase. If you clearly notice this frequency, and these frequencies, this is the supply voltage 100 at an angle 0, and supply current 10 at an angle 0. So if you clearly notice, both voltage and current both are in phase to each other. You cannot find anywhere except the resonant frequency. So in other frequencies, voltage value is 100 at an angle 0, but current angle is other than 0. So you will find only at resonant condition both voltage and current will be in phase to each other. So whenever supply voltage and supply frequencies are supply voltage and supply current both are in phase to each other, then that condition is a resonant condition for that RLC circuit, any kind of RLC circuit. Fine. Now in that case, frequency, if you highlight this one, so frequency means not frequency, power factor, source power factor. Source power factor is unity power factor. Whenever source power factor is unity for any kind of RLC circuit, then circuit is at resonant condition. Here the power factor is cos 0 minus 0, cos 0. So that cos 0 value is 1. That is unity power factor. So that is what the next definition. That is supply power factor is unity. Whenever supply power factor is unity, then the condition is resonant condition. And another one is, if you clearly notice here impedance, in when supply frequency is 0 radians per second, then the impedance imaginary part is minus infinite. When this is 1 radians per second, then this one is minus 96, minus 21, 0, and 19.5, 30 infinite ohms. So if you clearly notice imaginary part of the impedance for different values of frequency. Okay, so imaginary part of the impedance is 0 for resonant frequency. This is what the resonant condition, right? So for this resonant condition, imaginary part of the impedance is 0. Means any RLC circuit, if imaginary part of the impedance or imaginary part of the admittance is 0, then the circuit is at resonant condition. So this is the final definition for resonant condition, resonance. Okay, so these conditions are valid for any kind of RLC circuit, any kind of resonant RLC circuit. Fine. Now coming to series RLC circuit, let me make few conclusions for series RLC circuit. This complete data is related to the series RLC circuit. Reason is we have derived this complete data from series RLC circuit. So in that series RLC circuit, so if you clearly notice here, supply voltage is 100 at an angle 0 and voltage across resistor is 100 at an angle 0. At resonant condition, both supply voltage and voltage across resistor both are same. And the second condition is inductive reactance is here 20 ohm and capacitive reactance is also 20 ohm. At resonant condition, that is at this condition, both inductive and capacitive reactance will be equal. Okay, that is another condition for series RLC circuit, series resonant RLC circuit. And the third condition here, voltage across inductor and current means voltage across capacitor, both the magnitudes are same, 200 at an angle 90 and 200 at an angle minus 90. Both magnitudes are 200 volts and 200 volts, but both are opposite phasors. Okay, VL equal to minus VC phasor, or both magnitudes, VL magnitude equal to VC magnitude. These are the three conditions valid for only series RLC circuit, not for every RLC circuit. Fine. So here, for series RLC circuit, we have seen that XL magnitude is equal to XC magnitude, and voltage across resistor is equal to the voltage across supply, and VL magnitude is equal to VC magnitude, that is 200 volts equal to 200 volts. Otherwise, VL vector is equal to minus of VC vector. Both are opposite vectors. Now, so series RLC means resistor, inductor and capacitor all are connected in series connection. Now, to identify the resonant frequency, how to calculate resonant frequency here? So, calculation of resonant frequency, that is oscillating frequency, is, we know for series RLC circuit XL equal to XC, right? So here XL equal to omega L, where omega is 2 pi f L. So that is where f is resonant frequency. At resonant condition, frequency is resonant frequency, that is f naught. So 2 pi f naught is nothing but omega naught L. Now XL equal to omega naught L, that is equal to XC, that is 1 by omega naught C. If you take omega naught value, so left side, then omega naught square equal to 1 by LC, means omega naught equal to 1 by root over LC. So angular resonant frequency omega naught equal to 1 by root over LC. This is valid for series RLC circuit. Fine. Now that is in radians per second. If you substitute omega value equal to 2 pi f naught, so means omega value equal to 1 by root over LC, that is equal to 2 pi f naught. So from that expression, f naught equal to 1 by 2 pi root over LC. That is equal to, in terms of hertz, f naught resonant frequency equal to 1 by 2 pi root over LC. That is resonant frequency derivation for series RLC circuit. Fine. Now in our circuit, for example, clear idea about resonance. So circuit is here, series RLC circuit. This circuit oscillating frequency, in our case oscillating frequency is 5 radians per second. How we can calculate that 5 radians per second? Means omega naught equal to 1 by root over LC, that is equal to 1 by root over L value 4 into 0.01. So that means this value is 1 by root over 0.04, that is equal to 1 by 0.2, that is equal to 5 radians per second. This is how we'll calculate angular frequency, that is oscillating frequency for any kind of series RLC circuit resonant condition. Now if you apply same concept for this circuit here, for example, if these RLC circuit resonant frequencies, for let us take 93.5 megahertz. In example case, let us take SFM, radio SFM. So in that case, 93.5 SFM, 93.5 means 93.5 megahertz. If you tune your receiver, so here this circuit is receiver circuit and this circuit is transmitter circuit. Clear? So they are transmitting that signal is at 93.5 megahertz. With this frequency they are transmitting that sound signal in terms of magnetic wave something. So fine. Now your receiver, if you tune your receiver circuit to the same transmitter circuit frequency, that is 93.5 megahertz, by changing the capacitor or inductor. So generally we'll change the capacitor. If by changing the capacitor, if you tune your receiver circuit to the 93.5 megahertz, in that case we'll get complete quality of maximum quality of sound signal. So at that frequency you are getting maximum quality of sound signal. Sound signal is nothing but active power, sound energy, heat energy, light energy or visual energy. These are the energies of examples for active energies, active power. So if you tune your receiver circuit to same frequency, that is 93.5 megahertz, then maximum amount of sound signal will be delivered to the receiver. That is how transmitter and receiver. So that is how resonant circuit is applicable to the communication circuits. Okay. So now this is how we'll transmit sound signal to the receiver, and let us see some more conclusions for series RLC circuit. In series RLC circuit, if you notice here completely, while frequency is increasing, inductive reactance magnitude also continuously increasing from 0 to infinite. That means inductive reactance is increasing here. So this is frequency and this one is inductive reactance magnitude. So it is continuously gradually increasing linearly. So while frequency increasing, Capacitive reactance magnitude is decreasing from infinite to 0. So this is decreasing here. At one particular frequency, that is resonant frequency, both inductive reactance and capacitive reactance magnitudes are equal. So that is what these frequencies. Fine. And if you clearly notice, at resonant frequency, this frequency power factor is unity power factor, source power factor. Less than resonant frequency means these are the less than resonant frequency, that is 0, 1, 3 radians per second. At these frequencies, power factor is leading power factor. So that means at less than resonant frequency, power factor is leading power factor. Greater than resonant frequency, that is 8 radians per second, 10 radians per second, infinite radians per second, up to infinite. So power factor is lagging power factor. Okay. So using that conclusions, I have drawn here waveforms. Frequency is increasing from 0 to infinite. So here this is the inductive reactance value linearly increasing, and this one is the capacitive reactance gradually decreasing. So at these particular values, so whenever both reactances are equal, that is resonant frequency. Less than resonant frequency, power factor is leading power factor. After the resonant frequency, power factor is lagging power factor. And this waveform is active power delivered to the RLC circuit. So this is about resonance, and in our next lectures we'll see what is bandwidth and quality factor. Fine. Thank you.